All right. Hey, a lot of companies waste a lot of money and on their website. The reason why is because they just don't have a clear message. You are wasting money if you don't have a clear message. Well, Sage Tree gets it. Since 2005, Sage Tree has been helping companies connect with customers here in San Diego and across the nation. Contact them today to get a better return on investment from your marketing dollars. Go to sagetree.com to learn a whole lot more.
You know, I was thinking, Joe, you know how they talk about mostly peaceful protests? I don't think that what's going on in Ukraine, I don't think we should call that an invasion. We should call it a mostly peaceful military action.
Yeah, you're probably late. There's probably stations that are already doing that. Well, it depends, though, on who's I guess, who the bad guy is. That determines whether it's a mostly peaceful protest or not.
Well, that's the interesting part to me is, you know, who the bad guy is in this. I actually put up it's supposed to be, you know, a smart aleck, tongue in cheek, little comment.
Hey, Michael, I liked it. Okay, your Facebook post was hilarious to me.
Thank you. So what I said was deciding which are the good guys between Russia and Ukraine is like deciding who are the good guys between the Oakland Raiders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Thank you. And the point of that, I think, was lost on a lot of people. I got to tell you, I was kind of surprised. I was really shocked at the comments. I mean, it's the same thing, though. You know, every time there's an issue, people draw a line in the sand, and it's it's like pick one. And if you pick one of these, there's not a third option. There's not a fourth option. Don't bother to try to dig in and explain why you're picking one or the other. And oh, by the way, if you pick the wrong one, then you hate children, you hate the troops, you hate America. It's so ridiculous. But I'm watching now. Obviously, I think that people that are supporting Ukraine are supporting a couple things. They're supporting the idea that invading a country is wrong, right? Which yeah.
You would hope.
Yeah, I mean, invading a country is wrong. You're right. Okay, gotcha. But number two, they just hate Russia, Okay, I'm not a fan, my favorite movie's Red Dawn, right? Not a fan of Russia. But they're like, to turn the Ukraine and their government into heroes is absolutely foolish and ridiculous. I mean, there really isn't much of a good guy here. Ukraine, not good guys.
Sure
Russia, certainly not good guys.
They're better guys than they were. And the current president
he's a comedian.
Well, he's moving in the right direction anyway. I guess he is less bad than the last regime that was there.
Low bar, but yeah. Yeah, well, maybe he's less.
We don't support low bars around here.
Oh God, do we support low bars?
Who did we replace Saddam with? It's we do that.
Well, so that's the other thing. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I think something that people find interesting, another thing that got lost on this series of comments on my Facebook page, is I was talking to a buddy of mine, big, long career in the Pentagon, combat vet. He was in the Army, really, really smart guy, really, really well-informed. The interesting thing, and I'm paraphrasing from a conversation. I don't want to say I'm quoting him or whatever, but basically the narrative from Russia is not, hey, we're invading and annexing the Ukraine. It's hey, we are going into Ukraine to liberate them from a horrible dictator who stole an election. Which is, okay.
Familiar.
Right? Isn't that the whole thing? It's like, well, that's an interesting message. And you got to start. I'm not saying, I don't know. It just feels like when it's our bad guy, we're cool with it. When it's when it's the other person's bad guy, then oh my gosh, there is a distinct possibility that maybe we should just go, hey, you know what? This is a domestic issue. Let's just stay out.
Well, why are we even messing with it?
That's kind of what I'm saying.
I mean, they don't belong to NATO. I mean, why?
Well, they are an amazingly important source of revenue for the Biden family. So
that's my case.
Yeah, and it's not so much. You have to look at the people there. I mean, those people that are actually suffering through this, the ones that are being wiped out now, the 100,000 or so that are scrambling across the border.
Yeah.
They don't really have a choice. I mean, it's not like the stupid people in this country that had a choice and we picked what we picked.
Right.
A lot of times they didn't have the choice now, and it's it's unfortunate because you've got a bad government and a worse government, I guess, duking it out. But the people there are the ones that are suffering.
I agree with you 100% there, Joe. Honestly, the people there, and I also kind of feel sorry for the 20-year-old Russian soldier who's just like was told, "Hey, you're going to be a soldier. Get on the truck, drive to the Ukraine and go kill some people."
Yeah, but I mean that's what we have in this world, and I think we get lost over here in this country, and you forget that there are truly evil people in this world. I mean, there really, really, truly are, and Putin is one of them.
Yep.
The communist Chinese are another bunch, and what keeps them in check, and you can laugh about this, liberals say what they say, but it's a strong America, and we really do lead these people in spite of what the Europeans might think. And if we're perceived as weak, which we are right now, they do what they need to do. And if you look at Putin's a KGB guy. That's what he was his entire career. He was the head of the KGB in East Germany when that went under. And he is unhappy that the Soviet Union is gone, and he's looking to get that back. I mean, that's what he's been doing, and he has an opportunity now. He's got a 4-year window to do that, and we're seeing that kind of stuff. And the Chinese are another scary thing. They really, really want Taiwan. Are they going to do something like that now? And it's unfortunate. I would rather see the Americans stay out of all this stuff too, but you can't. And the problem is when we stay out, it kind of creates a vacuum, and other people step in.
Yeah,
we
are the
that's
police.
What happens.
We are the police.
It stinks, but that's how it is.
Well, one of the things that was interesting, somebody brought up the point that, a few years ago, they told the Ukraine, hey, get rid of your nukes. And number one, by the way, the reason we wanted Ukraine to not have nukes is they weren't they're not good people. They're not a good government, I should say. I don't want to get too judgmental. If you're Ukrainian, you're a fine person, I'm sure. But now you get invaded, if you don't have the ability to defend yourself. And I think that that's a macro example of a micro lesson that people should learn is never, ever, ever give up your ability to defend yourself.
Well, they could have gave up the nukes and replaced them with what they don't have. But you being a half full glass kind of guy, you would be thrilled to be in Ukraine.
What's that?
You get a new gun.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And ammo.
Yeah, they're giving out guns and ammo.
The opposite of a buyback now. Huh?
Right, they're giving them to you. Well, I try not to be political or anything like that, but there's why? I mean, what is the United States reason for helping them, other than being the cop of the world?
What help are we actually giving them? We're not.
Wait,
really
hold on.
doing
Say
much.
the Ukrainian in the box.
No,
wants to say
I'm
something.
not the Ukrainian. Hold on.
You look like one.
Oh, thank you. But I was just going to say, and what's Biden doing to try to see what he can do to help? He asked China yesterday to help with the whole situation. Why would China be involved at this point? I don't understand. They're against us in the first place, so it's the equivalent of me going up to a kid and punching him and then realize, oh, I'm in trouble. Quick, kid, I told you that. I know I did punch you that one time, but maybe you can let me off this
Just
one
don't
time.
Say nothing.
Exactly, yeah. So it makes no sense.
Follow the money.
Yep, that's exactly
Follow the money.
Yeah,
would be
couldn't
done
agree
with it.
more. Couldn't agree more.
Well, I think selling them arms isn't even a.
Are we selling them arms?
We should. I'm
or
all
are
for
we
that.
Giving them arms.
Well, I think we should probably sell, but I'm all for giving people the ability
Ways
to defend
protect
themselves.
themselves.
Yeah, send them Stinger missiles.
But look at Russia's war machine.
Well,
Did you hear about the paratroopers?
No. Well,
they landed in Ukraine.
In an elementary school?
No, and they walked up to some Ukrainians and said, "Excuse me, can you show me where the front is?" And they said, "Sure, turn around." They handcuffed them, and they're prisoners of war.
Yeah, well, so my understanding is the way that the conventional troops are fighting, the Russians' conventional troops, so not their special operations, but their conventional troops, their ground pounders or whatever, failing miserably.
With their iPhones, they're texting their moms and their girlfriends. They're leaving. They're dropping their weapons.
I'm hearing, yeah, and I'm hearing it's a kind of a miserable failure. Had we ever gone to war with Russia?
Because they don't know why they're fighting them.
Well,
all they know is they're fighting them because of Putin.
Well, I think they're undertrained and underfunded, and
undermotivated.
Yeah, they probably don't even know their preferred pronouns like our troops do. Huh?
Well, of course not. But I mean, it's fault. I mean, and now the problem that I see with that is Putin's going to get really angry, and I think this is why he's bringing out, his top echelon people, and he's going to go in there and clean house.
Oh, I don't know. I'm wondering if Ukraine can pull this off.
No.
And
Not over the long haul. Not over the long haul. There's just 900,000 against 120,000.
You think there's going to be a second wave? I did read an article that a couple of multi-billionaires, Russian billionaires, are coming out and saying, "Hey, you know what? We don't want this. We don't want
because
this
we just
invasion."
locked up their money.
Well, exactly. I mean, listen, I got to tell you, capitalism is, the most peaceful, economic
deterrent.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you look at all the economic
yachts, homes,
you can't make money in the middle of a war unless
if you take away my yacht,
contractor.
you're going to take away my
yeah.
Well, and that may be the way to go. I mean, that's what set this up in the first place. Us, we were energy independent a couple of years ago,
right?
And now we are no longer. And we buy. And I thought I saw 529,000 barrels a month,
from
Russia. And then somebody showed me it was like 500,000 a day.
No, it's a day.
There.
It's a day.
And I mean that we funded this. I mean we've made him wealthy like that.
And there was a California politician that went on the news and said, "No, we don't need to open up any pipelines. This is not affecting the price of fuel."
Well, I just thought it was. I can't believe everybody. I mean, I don't know. I understand the overall point that they're trying to make as far as invasions go, but
but you can get a new gun. You get on an airplane.
I didn't know that before. Maybe I'm on Team Ukraine now.
Get on an airplane. Go over there.
Come on, Mike.
Jackson's going.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.